Hey guys, I'm Simeon. Welcome back to my channel. This week we'll talk about when is the right time to work out. Welcome back guys. So my subscribers know that this channel is dedicated to making our workouts as efficient as possible. After all, we have better things to do with our time than to hang around the gym for hours with no results. And I just want to make this clear because I get a lot of questions from girls that think that these principles apply only to guys. That's not the case at all. These principles of efficiently getting the most out of your workout apply both to men and women. And although each gender may focus on training different body parts, ultimately our muscles are the same. And what you have to do in order to transform your body is also the same. And before we get any further, please do me a favor, scroll down and subscribe to my channel. Your support is really appreciated. So going back to the question of when is the right time to train. When it comes to the right time to train, there seems to be two camps. The first camp is made up of people who are early birds. Those are the people who wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and are ready to take on the world. Those people will swear by getting your workout done in the morning. Then there's the second group of people that are no good in the morning. This group is called the night owls, and they'll tell you that you have to train much later in the day, even as late as 10 or 11 o'clock at night, because that's when the really dedicated people come in. Here's my opinion on this debate. Both of these groups are wrong. Both of these groups have built up a preference based on their lifestyle choices up to this point. The early birds are in bed by 9 p.m., so of course they can't be at the gym at 9 p.m. Alternatively, night owls are up until 2 o'clock in the morning, so they'll absolutely not wake up 2 hours later for a workout. Ultimately, how you should approach this question if you're looking to start training is to figure out which type of person are you. And if you fall somewhere between those two extremes, that's totally fine. I'm personally a night owl, so I wake up feeling like a zombie, and the last thing on my mind is working out. The one thing that I always say on this channel is that you have to be flexible, not from the standpoint of doing splits, but from the standpoint of adjusting to your schedule. So do not ever force yourself to be something that you're not, or to follow someone else's schedule, regardless of how effective it was for them. It's the same with exercises. I may tell you that this is the best exercise for side delts, but if you don't like it, then in time you'll grow to hate it, and then you stop doing it. So instead, adjust your life and your training to who you are. You like working out in the morning? Fine. You like working out at night? That's fine too. Adjust your training to your schedule, and in time you will see that you will go more often. And consistency is the key to success. There are, however, certain things that you should know about your body and how it performs at different phases of the day. Knowing this will better prepare you for what to expect. Let's begin with the morning. Hormones like testosterone are at their peak. Mental alertness and memory are also at their peak by about 7 or 8 a.m. This means that you'll have a better mind-muscle connection when training in the morning. Training in the morning also increases serotonin levels for the rest of the day. Serotonin is the feel-good hormone. That is why people who work out in the morning say that they feel better throughout the day. One more thing, cortisol is your stress hormone. Generally, cortisol peaks around 7 a.m. If you train in the morning without eating anything before that, you will quickly get to a point where your body uses up all of the glycogen. Your body stores glycogen, which is a form of glucose, in the muscles and liver, and uses it as an immediate source of energy, basically jet fuel for energy. When you run out of glycogen, however, your body increases the production of cortisol. After all forms of training are shock to your body. The problem is that shocking your body too much is not good. The combination of generally high levels of cortisol in the morning and an additional boost of cortisol from your training could have negative effects. So if you train in the morning, don't do it fasted or on an empty stomach. And don't do endurance training. Stick to fast twitch muscle fiber training under 60 minutes. One final thing, Your body's temperature is at its lowest in the morning, and lower temperature means that you have to spend more time to warm up in order to prevent an injury. Alternatively, in the late afternoon and early evening, your temperature is at the highest, and you will need less time to warm up, and chances of an injury are generally lower. Lung performance, flexibility, and strength are also at their greatest in the afternoon. The only drawback to training in the afternoon is that your mental focus begins to wane. And since many people can't tolerate stimulants like caffeine, lack of focus may stop you from exerting maximum effort. One more thing I should mention is that around 9 p.m., your body begins to produce additional melatonin, which is the hormone that prepares you for sleep. So if you train that late or later, you will be impacting your sleep cycle. Ultimately, it's good to know these things just so you know how the human body generally responds. But we're so uniquely individual that you have to gauge how you feel and how you perform specifically. That is why I always say, and I'll say it again, that you have to be flexible with your training and don't listen to people on either extreme. There is no perfect time to train for everyone. There is only the right time to train for you. And only you can discover what that is. How? Most of the time by trial and error. Alright guys, that's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please scroll down and hit the little bell notification and subscribe. Your support is really appreciated. Thanks again and see you next week.